season at this point in time, we can slice the frustration. We can almost slice it. This was almost palpable, the frustration on Arsenal fans' faces. This season seems to be different. 3 matches, 9 points, and of course, first game, 2 goals, second game, 4 goals, and then another 3 goals now. How does it feel being an Arsenal fan? 9 goals thereabout in 3 matches.
Well, it feels, I feel elated. It feels lovely to be an Arsenal fan because last season, like you said, the first 3 games was horrific. In fact, Onome did not start the first game. Like I said, we virtually had Balogun, as our attacker in that match. So it was really frustrating, but it's really nice that we've started on a good note, and we hope that it continues that way.
I'd like to put something to you. We saw Eddie Nketiah come on towards the end of the game, and while Mikel Arteta left, I was thinking he was going to pull out Gabriel Jesus, but he left him in the field after his goal was cancelled. What is the future? This might look like I'm not saying doom, but I'm interested because Arsenal made Nketiah sign a new contract. What do you think is the future of Eddie Nketiah in all of this? Bearing in mind that, of course, Gabriel Jesus has hailed him as an outstanding striker, and that saying also that his future is exceptionally bright in the team.
Well, it's very simple. Arteta has actually sold the projects to him, and he knows that anywhere else he goes, he's just going to be one of those players. So he believes that he has a part to play in Arsenal because we're going to have many games. Europa League is there, the League Cups are there, so he's going to play. So he knows that yes, his game time might be limited because he has a suit like up there. So he has no choice. So he's content with at least playing from the bench. Then when the time comes for him to come in, it's the only thing that when he comes in, he should just do well. That's just it.
Okay, so far we've seen him last weekend. He was a substitute. This weekend he was a substitute. So far, from your own point of view, do you think he has done well enough for you to say that this guy is permanently an Arsenal player?
Well, actually he has not. Though I won't blame him because he has not really had enough game time. So I won't really blame him. So I want to see him play at least 45 minutes. Then from there I can judge him.
Okay, all right, quickly. I'm glad you mentioned the cups. I'm glad you also mentioned that's the FA Cup. There's the Carabao Cup, and then of course there's the Europa League. Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned all of those things. So do you think that Mikel Arteta bringing him in is a way of warming him up for those cups?
Definitely. Because if not for the fact that Vieira just came from injury, I'm sure we have liked him to just have a feel of the game. So I guess that's what he's doing. Just make him be fit, that is around, is wanted, and he has a part to play in the team.
Because the Premier League is one competition. There are 3 other competitions to play in. Okay, you mentioned Fabio Vieira. You mentioned Fabio Vieira. So let's look at Arsenal as a whole now. The squad seems to be complete. Or to some of us, to some people, they said the squad is complete. Some people say no, Arsenal still need a couple of signings. Do you think the squad is complete?
Well, like I said last week or so, I reiterate again, that team is complete. Because the fact is this, Lukonga has had one season gone by. I'm sure the experience he had from last season is going to bring it to this season. Other players, if you notice, all the players, they've stepped up. They know that yes, there's competition all around. If you look at Tomiyasu, he has not started. White is playing where he is. So White has done well. He has done well. So there's a lot of competition. I'm sure that the competition
help the competition.
Exactly. So it's going to help everybody to just grow and raise their game up.
And because there are 3 other competitions to play, if you're not playing in the Premier League, you're playing in the FA Cup. If you're not playing in the FA Cup, you're playing in Europa. If you're not playing, So, but then you all have already agreed that the team is complete. Of course, Arsenal had to take Nuno Tavares on loan, send out Nuno Tavares on loan. Of course, now Nuno, first game for Marcel, banged in a goal. Do you think Nuno Tavares, when you look at the fact that the people that he has to contend with for that position when he comes back at the end of the season-long loan, do you think he still has a place in Arsenal, considering the fact that you've got an Alexander Zinchenko who seems to have tied his name, he has tied his name to the left back position, and he has tied the left back position to his team. And then of course there's a Kieran Tierney who is saying, look, I can still play too. Do you think Tavares still has a future there?
Yeah, he has. And the fact is this, injuries will come. That's it. And the thing about Arsenal is that if you look at Man City, they have like squad 1, squad 2, So if Arsenal can get to that point where, though it depends on them now, they have to get back to that point where they were a big team. They were a big team. They were winning cups and all that. So they can get there. Anybody who's coming to Arsenal will be content. Like, okay, let me fight my way into the team. That was it. So he has. So he just has to just keep doing what he's doing at Marseille and hope that when he comes back, he have a place in the team.
Just like Saliba is.
Exactly, like Saliba, exactly.
How do you find that Saliba's goal?
I mean, it was fantastic because at first I thought it was actually Jesus that played, but I was like, it was him. I was shocked to that. Why? So you could see the reaction from him. He was like, wow, what kind of goal was that? That was the striker's goal. I mean, that was fabulous for me. And the whole crowd actually loved the fact that he's putting his all, and he has actually taken to Arsenal like his second home. So,
all right, thank you very much. It's nice to see William Saliba doing exceptionally well after a tumultuous start. I mean, 2 seasons on loan, and then we all thought he was not going to sign. And for some reason, Arteta must have a superhuman power in negotiating this and convincing player. Thank you very much, Onome.